Okay, hi everyone, it's Karen here from Eating Secret. Welcome back yet again. I'm just going to show you how to divide up a loaf into the exact sizes that you would require your slice of soap to be. This is until you can do it by eye. So you'll need a calculator and you also need scales. Now, if you weigh your soap, your whole loaf, say this one's 1.5 kilos, 1.5 kilos, in pounds I think it's more or less double, so it's £2.10. But we do it in kilos here and grams. So this is how I used to do it until I could manage to work out by eye how big a slice needed to be. So I take my calculator and I press in 1500. I want each slice to be 150 grams. So I would divide that by 150, and then that gives me equals 10. So that tells me I would get 10 slices out of my soap. This soap isn't 1.5 kilos, but that's how you would work it out. So if you know that you need 10 slices of soap, for me this loaf it's 6 slices. So just take a ruler, lie it onto your soap like so, and then if it's 10 inches long, you're going to divide it by 6 or whatever, yeah? So mine works out at each slice is 1.5 inches plus 1. So I make a mark all the way across the top of the soap like so to get my slices, and then I'm just going to mark it because I've already cut this side. So I'm just going to put the markings on the soap here so I know exactly where to cut that so that every slice is the same width. And I'm just going to move those because I've already cut them. I'll show you them. And it's quite ivory, creamy coloured, the white part at the moment, but it does go a lot whiter as it cures. And the swirls turned out pretty well. I hope you can see the 3 different colours. We've got the ivory, the pale lilac, and then we've got the rich deep purple. And every slice is unique, but all have a great swirl. So we just start on the first mark, and you have to try and keep your knife as straight as possible and push down straight through the soap. Now after you've cut your first slice, make sure you weigh it so you're certain that you've cut your size the right size. Mine are 5 ounces and they're 150 grams at least. So I'll just show you that on my scratty scale. There, 5 5/8, so it's near enough 6 ounces really, and it's 158 grams. So I know it's over 150, so I'm certain it'll shrink to around 150. So again, just line up the soaps that you've already cut, and you've got to make sure that the height here and there is very, very similar. If one is higher than the other, then naturally you're going to end up with different weights on your 3 loaves. I'll cut it from the other end so you can see the design on each slice. So there you go. That's berry vivacious. And I want to thank the people that have sent me hints and tips on how not to get air bubbles in soap. I'm really grateful. I'm going to put them all into practice and hope they all work. The wonderful lady Jocelyn at Love Soaping has offered to send me a new whizzer that doesn't have the holes in the bottom. And how nice is that? How kind is that? It's just crazy. But in return, I'm sending her some fragrance oil and some more of my soaps. So there you go. That's the wonderful, wonderful berry vivacious. And if you're looking online, you'll find this soap down the right hand side of the page, and it's under Cream Silk CP soaps. CP means cold process and MP means melt and pour, so you don't get mixed up online. That's what you need to be looking for. And just remember, a lot of people have ordered the $3.99 slices. I can understand why, thinking they're going to get cold process. Well, it isn't. The cheaper soap is the melt and pour soap. So don't order those and expect to get the Cream Silk cold process soaps. Okay, that's it. Over for now. I'll hopefully see you sometime later on today.